It's time for your Sandusky Speedway weekly race recap show. Your hosts, Chris Mize and Doug Duck.
Hey. I almost missed the show, people.
We were way off into something else.
We're way off. I want to thank everybody for watching. All our shows out there. Thank you, veterans. Thought you guys would kind of enjoy the freedoms that we have. We appreciate you greatly. Want to thank the military serving overseas and homeland. We greatly appreciate you protecting what freedoms we got left. Want to thank first responders, police, fire, EMS, nurses, doctors, and tow truck drivers. Here we are.
And Dean Henry.
And Dean Henry. Big D's Pizza. How you doing, Dean? Well, we missed the rain Saturday, Doug.
That we did. Yep. There's Choppy Chop.
You know, I tell you what, we rained out the week before. Hell, we made a great call. We called it Friday morning at 9 o'clock, and
right.
It was
monsoon weather.
Lake Sandusky back here Saturday. But come back this weekend. We were running double features. We had a decent car count. You know, it's going to go up. There's a lot of people still, waiting on parts like the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Things are getting better, right? But so set the first features out. Don Bourne and Clayton, they kind of walked away with it. Come back, it started to rain, Doug. It started to rain a little bit. We went out. That time we made the decision that, at the time we seen a big green cloud coming. A big green cloud. So me and Kevin were talking on the phone, and Kevin made the decision, listen, skip the heat races, let's go into the features. That's I Sandy. Let's skip the heats, go into the features. That's what we promised everybody we're going to do, run double features. And sure enough, we start going into it, get into the features, and that cloud went right around us. It missed us, didn't rain, but honestly, it wasn't that we didn't want to run the heats. It's just that we wanted the fans and the drivers. We told them we were running double features, so that's what we did. So
that is exactly what we did.
5 features,
Yes.
Beginner stocks. I always mess that kid's name up.
Clay
Lusk. Clay
Lusk.
I feel sorry for him. We let him run the tail of the Renegade feature, get a little experience, and
got tied up in a knot in 1 and 2.
Yeah, sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. Unfortunately, he had nowhere to go and got tied up. So, he missed the beginner stock feature on the second part of the show there. Unfortunately, I was down in the pits weighing cars in for the North Coast Stock Series, Doug. But man, I'm telling you, I could hear Mark going nuts on the PA system, and I missed a hell of a race from what I hear.
You did. The beginner stocks?
Yeah, with Kobe and the Smith kid. I can't think of his first name for the life of me. Matt Smith's son. But,
yeah. Well, that's weird.
Yeah, it just Austin. There you go.
Austin
Smith,
yeah.
And Kobe and
they did. Austin took a couple shots to try to get around them, and it wasn't happening.
I heard they were dive bombing each other and everything else. And
Yeah.
they come back. They drove the cars back to pits. So I'm like,
Obviously, it worked out.
everything worked out all right. But
Yeah.
you gotta like seeing that. Kobe first time ever really jumping in a car.
Jumped out of the safety truck into a car.
Yeah.
And whose car was it? 39.
It was Riley Jesuits. She'll be out here in the next week or two, but
so he's never drove the car.
Never.
So
he's raced go-karts and that, but he's never been in a race. So from what I hear, he did a hell of a job. Thanks, Kevin, for letting him run that car. Now I probably lost safety guy.
Right.
But and I tell you what, it was just a good night overall. And like I say, we got the shows in like we promised, and pretty decent hour. I think we're done by 9:30.
Yeah.
We pushed through. So you got the winners this week, Doug?
You know what I do?
You do.
You thought I was gonna.
Okay, we'll play the winners.
All right, we'll play the winners so everybody knows who the winners are. I'm gonna make sure that I play the right one.
5 features, 3 names.
All right, here we go. And you can't make that stuff up.
Can't make that stuff. Clayton and Don coming home $1,000 each. Winning both them features.
Right on.
We elevated the purses up, and there's a lot of money on the line. And them guys appreciated it, and I know they appreciated us getting. When rain was coming and come back to get ready for features, we're not doing the heats. I know they were appreciative of that, and so thanks for everybody that showed up. It was a promoter's nightmare, to be honest with you, because and I just go into this with the fans. The old saying, me and Kevin were laughing about it. We weren't laughing later in the night. We were probably crying a little bit about how that weather works, but you wake up in the morning, if it's raining, that can kill you. That can hurt you. When a family wakes up and it's raining, it can detour them right away. And then they start looking at the radars and stuff. Or if you got rain come in anywhere around 2-3 o'clock, or looks like it's going to rain, or you got weather look like it's coming. But I give Kevin credit where due. He no intention on canceling that show. We're going to wait it out, and when it looked like we were going to get hammered, he went right into the features. So,
right.
Yes, I want to thank Odin's Paradise, Sandusky Speedway staff, and non sponsors. Been friends of the track for years. You know who you are. I greatly appreciate you too. And so without them guys, we wouldn't have been able to do this weekend. So thank you to the staff. You guys, people don't realize, Doug, you just think it's all fun and games, I'd love to work at a track. Well, until you go out there and actually work at a track, and sometimes it's.
I heard that so much when I was in the carnival business. I'd love to be able to do that.
Yeah, come on over.
Yeah.
Come on over.
I'm running away from the carnival business.
Yeah, what? The thing of it is, some nights it's great. You're not, especially in the infield, Ronnie's busy all the time, but we're busy
if it's a nice day out weather-wise, and things are going good, infield's loving it, fans are loving it.
Yeah, if things flow right through, everything's great, but and then you hit that bad night, and then
like
sometimes it isn't good to be an employee, work at the
that's
track.
correct. That's correct.
Like
okay, yeah, good. Yep, what you said.
When I know where you're going with this. When a computer crashes in the middle of a race,
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, but so I want to thank them guys. They do it for little pay as it is, Doug, and they volunteered their pay. And Odin's Paradise has been a good sponsor, along with many of the sponsors we got, but they stepped up. And then the anonymous sponsor we have, they. How's that? They, Doug. They've been good friends of the track for years, so we thank you. So moving forward, what we got coming on tonight is Wil Wiggins will be on here in a little bit.
He's ready.
Is he ready? Wil Wiggins will be on. What we got coming up this weekend, May 21st, Ohio Wheelman Series. Hell, Doug, they got, 28 registered last I seen today?
Yes, quite the list.
Yeah, and
high-powered drivers too.
Yeah, CRS Truck Series coming in, and I tell you what, Billy went over to Anderson. I think he had 14 trucks go over to Anderson, and I believe his work and time and effort starting to pay off. He's guesstimating anywhere from 14 to 18 trucks or more. I tell you what, we get 14 trucks out there running. That'll be a great show too, Doug. Yeah. And, we have North Coast Stock Series, Renegade Stock Series, and Beginner Stocks. So Will's waiting in the green room.
He is.
All right, let's bring Wil on.
All right.
Will.
Hey, guys.
Wil Wiggins, Ohio Wheelman Series owner, driver,
promoter. You got all the hats.
All the hats I don't want some days.
Yeah. Will, we've had you on before, and I've talked to you before, and we talk a lot, on the phone and stuff, but, people are, you're doing a hell of a job of series. So, people are saying, well, Will's doing a great job of the series and that, but I know how much time this is consumed to your life. And I'm telling you, I said last year, I think one time during the year, well, at the very beginning of the year, it'll be all right. The first game will be fine, but did you ever think it'd explode to where I see this going? You have 28 registered, 29 registered?
29 now. And I've got one guy I know that's coming. She's just kind of waiting to make the announcement, I think. I'm not sure. Wow. But I honestly think we'll have, usually you lose a couple guys due to change of minds, parts broke the night before, testing it, whatever. So I'd be willing to bet that we'll have, at least 26 to 30 cars in the pits. Would be a fair guess. These are no slouches neither. I would be willing to put money on 12 guys out of the list that could probably win any given night.
I was looking at that list the other day, and then I looked at it briefly today. I think at the time this morning, it must have been 28 were registered, and I was looking at this list. I'm like, son of a bitch, it's like a who's who of not just Ohio anymore. Who's who of street stock racing, and same thing. I'm like, man, there's about 10, 12 guys. You wouldn't want to make a bet who's going to win this race with, 10. Actually, you get realistic. There's 18 guys that could actually have a shot at winning come Saturday night. The cards fall right.
Yeah, absolutely. It was pretty exciting as this season came together, and I probably got reached out to by 15 to 20 guys I never knew owned street stocks or were thinking about racing street stocks. I mean, guys came out of retirement, guys built new cars. In the off season, there was a lot of eyes on us last year, and I feel we had a successful year for our first season. Certainly did not expect the response this year that we got. I mean, I assumed it would be a little better than last year, but not twice the car count, which is we can't complain. So very excited about where this series is going. I do have future plans to continue to grow the series and, make it better, but we'll see. As long as everything stays on the up and up and guys keep supporting me, I told them I wouldn't let them down. So we'll continue to keep the purses growing as best we can. I think the top end's great. I'd like to continue to work on the start pay, especially on some of these further out shows. But I think we're going the right direction and we're keeping street stocks alive, and that was my goal.
Well, you are, and it's you are going the right direction. And, I've been around a while, and I know starting out a series, you're at that, if you got this price at an 18 car field or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, you're sitting there thinking, man, I hope I hit 18. I'll be happy if I get 16. Man, it'd be great if I get 18. And all of a sudden you get 20, and then you're like, now your mind switches from I hope I get 18 to what the hell am I going to do after this?
Hope I don't get too many.
Yeah, right. And people don't realize that, they think sometimes, and it is great. As a track, we want to see 40 cars, but as a series, you're like, then, you come up and track, you want to see as many cars as possible, but there's a point sometimes when you pull the panic buttons, holy shit, now I got to break down and start, you have one plan set and then all of a sudden it goes over and you're like, have to switch gears for B mains and, this, that, and the other. But I tell you what, that's a great problem I have in your sophomore year.
I will tell you, I know I've been getting a lot of questions from a lot of drivers. So I'm glad you brought that up. We do plan on starting as many cars as possible. So don't be discouraged because we have some knockout lists or we've got, 30 guys on a list or whatever the case may be. That don't let that prevent you from coming out to support the series and give it a go. We will start as many cars as we can safely on the race at all of our race events. Obviously, some tracks will allow more than others. As far as for safety. But Sandusky is a big 3 wide half mile. We can run 3 wide there, I think, and 3 wide start or something. That'd be freaking sweet.
We've seen you go 3 wide, It's but we're excited. Unfortunately your season opener got rained out and that was rescheduled or postponed. I don't know if you guys worked them details.
July 16th we'll be back.
Midville Speedway, and so I'm kind of excited. We become the season opener for the Ohio Wheelman Series, and I tell you what, I made this comment. I'm not going to say what other group, because Lord forbid if I do, I'll be getting hate messages. But I'm going to tell the fans out there, people over there on my right in the comment section, what I noticed, with your series and what promoters notice. Your following in them grandstands has been getting bigger from, the start of your series to the end of your series has been bigger, but you got a hell of a following in them grandstands.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me comment to Norm real quick because I got a deal for him. Norm, I will put you in my red car, but you got to put me in your modified for a race. I'll trade you.
As OCD as Norm is,
we're about the same size. I'll fit.
He'll get the magnifying glass out going around. You put a scratch in.
But yeah, so the fans been crazy. So this winter, I've had people. I've probably, I don't know, I'm not even going to put a number on it, but we've had dozens of people reach out to me, fans like, hey, you guys get new shirts this year? You guys get new hats? I had no thoughts on doing new hats or shirts. I mean, that's a whole nother level of, it's a whole nother process to get shirts designed and printed and paid for and carry them around and have somebody to sell them. And but with the fans, they wanted to see some new gear and stuff. So we've got new hats coming out that probably I won't have them for the 21st, but we should have them. I might have them for Kalamazoo, probably not until Shady Bowl race on June 11th. We will have the new 2022 T-shirts this year on the 21st. We do have koozies and beer koozies and things like that. So, what's he got to say? Oh, that's true. I got that was Norm.
No, he thought about that deal and he ain't commenting no more.
Yeah. Thanks again, because we do go to Kalamazoo right after this weekend, and that was due to you guys moving your date, actually, moving your original date from the 28th to the 21st. So thank you, Drew, for bringing that up. I do appreciate that. And
I don't think a lot of people over there, like I say, in the right-hand section, realize what goes on in the off season. Like, it's easy for us. We'll set a schedule. That's it. And then we'll book series and everything. And the problem that comes up, and this come up, is sometimes you got a series booked on this date and, some other opportunity come up. Well, come up is Drew's good friends with Sandusky Speedway National Compact Series. Me and him are good friends. An opportunity come up for the Ohio Wheelman Series to go to Kalamazoo, Michigan, Kalamazoo Speedway. Now, to me, Sandusky's my home, but there's two tracks, that I want. Kalamazoo Speedway to me it's a class track. That's a track to be, and the other is, and Drew, North Wilkesboro Speedway. So it didn't take me but about 2 seconds when I was asked to go to North Wilkesboro this summer with Drew. But, when this come up and you approach this, there's no way I could say, and I like your approach. Listen, I understand if you can't move a date, we'll have to turn it down, but this opportunity come up. And the thing of it is working together like this and other tracks working with the series it was nothing to move this date a week ahead, let you go to Kalamazoo. It's a great opportunity for your series, and people don't understand when you got to start switching stuff around. You got to do what's best for both, a win-win situation, because
correct.
You run at Sandusky, I believe 4 times this year, 3 or 4
yes,
times.
4 times.
Okay? And in the future, we're looking at doing stuff like that. And in order for us to win and gain more when your series comes, your series got to grow. And in order for you to grow, you got to go out to these other tracks like Kalamazoo and different places that, so people don't understand there's a lot of shifting around, and
it's not easy to try to put a schedule together, because it always comes down to there's always 2 or 3 tracks to pick the same date, the same weekend. And it's like, well, okay, so now what do we do? So it's not easy, especially with rainouts.
It's a wheel and a deal with you, and they don't realize how involved that gets, and you got 50 phone calls just to reschedule one race.
Right. I wish I could turn my camera. I've got literally 3 desks set up here on the other side of the camera, obviously, so you can't see my mess. But that's the chaos that consumes you throughout the week. Running the series in another company, and trying to order tires and keep up on everything. So it gets crazy.
3 crazy piles here, and exactly what each pile is.
Right.
But
I know my people come over. I'm like, don't touch nothing.
Yeah, don't touch it. It's an organized chaos. But you got sponsors, and we know how important it is with sponsors. You can't get through a lot of things without sponsors. You want to name some of your sponsors off?
I do. First, I'm just going to give you a little flash of, I don't know how well they'll be able to see the driver's list, but that's who I have all registered right now.
A whole page.
Yeah, basically. As I typed this out, was getting it all figured out to this evening. Just the names kept coming up. I'm like, man, well, he could win.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great show. I'm expecting, we'll have, expecting a great field, and I bet you, I'm asking all the fans that are there for the Wheelman Series to wear a shirt or a hat, or make sure you grab one. We got last year's shirts for $10. We'll have this year's shirts for $20. So, you can definitely get a shirt on. I'm just curious to see. As I walk this year, I'll be able to walk through and kind of talk to people, and so it'll be a different experience. But I was just curious to see who's got shirts and stuff on, but who's there to see the series. But anyway, nonetheless, I do appreciate you. I'm going to run through a couple of the sponsors. Wiggins Chassis, Mr. Muffler, WOBL, Waze Custom Welding, Ram Design, Wild Lily Design, Mike's Auto Works, Race Hub, UFO, Excel Hydraulics, Lubrication Supply, Renegade Stock Series, Chuck's Custom Carts and Parts, Slyman's Jeep Dodge Chrysler Ram, Selfie Time CLE, Redline Radio, ECO Mechanical, twobarquack.com, Wiggins Construction, and Sandusky Speedway Graphics. I think I got everybody. We're missing BA Sweeties and Mars Trucking, but that was the last two. We got quite a list of sponsors too this year. It actually tripled than from last year, so we're awesome to see that the growth with the series and the sponsorship too.
And
it's pretty awesome.
I want to touch on something real quick. I forgot to bring it up, Doug. The first feature in the Renegades, that was a Challenge Series race. I do want to thank Kevin Hill, Lubrication Supply LLC. I tell you what a great guy. He's over sponsoring Will. He's sponsoring a lot of different places. Kevin Hill, I haven't got to go to lunch with you or nothing yet. That's coming. Normally once a year or whatever, me and Kevin go to lunch, but what a great guy. And I'm not just pointing him out all your mate. He's a Renegade sponsor too. And what a great guy. If you need oil products, please go see Kevin Hill.
Yeah, you can get with me. We stock it over on this side of town for him. So if you're closer to me, then
go see Will. It all goes back to Kevin, but go see Will because he gets, But you had a point. If you guys got, your Ohio Wheelman shirts from last year or something, I can tell you is I'm a race director. I don't know. I guess I'm the asshole of the track, so I guess I'm half promoter too, or whatever you want to call it. But I look at stuff like that also. That's how I know a series is. How many they bring in. A lot of the tire that they're wearing, it says your series name. So, yeah, Will's right. If you got the old sweatshirts or you got the new T-shirts, old T-shirts, or whatever, wear it. And it, you sit uptown, you look down, and you see red across or how Wheelman across. I know I'm right with the following you got, but look at that, Norm. He's cutting all kinds of deals.
I'm missing all this. I'm gonna have to go back and read these comments.
He said it sounds like you're so busy right there.
You got too much to do. So you promote, he'll drive, and you can keep the win money.
There you go.
So who's putting tires on?
Well,
Jeez,
you keep it on. I can see if Norm wins. Oh, we're 50-50, right?
Yeah, don't you remember that conversation?
But
so it's going to be an exciting summer. We've got 12 shows booked all over Northeast Ohio. We're going to be Barberton, Sandusky, Painesville, Midvale, Lorain, Shady Bowl, Ona, and Kalamazoo this summer. We've got 7 tracks, 12 races. And it's going to be a pretty awesome summer, man. It's a Wheelman. I mean, you got to get a different setup. We're going from Sandusky to Kalamazoo, which is night and day, 14-degree banking to almost a flat track, so you got to make some changes.
There's some big money up in a couple of these. I know the Josh Neff turns into a big money show. Rick down at Shady Bowl, you guys got a big money show there again this year, correct?
We'll probably end up with $3,000-$5,000 to win shows this year. I'm expecting the Josh race usually is after donations. Once that gets closer, usually that's around $5,000 to win. The Shady Bowl race is announced right now at $5,000 to win, and then the Sioux Shore Memorial will probably see $3,000 to $5,000 as well. I would imagine.
I would think so. I mean. So, Will, anything else you want to cap off here?
No, man, you guys have been great. I'm excited about this weekend. I've got the orange car. Chris came up and stickered it last night. I think we got done about midnight. And so it's ready. We're changing the gear in it, and that car's already scaled and ready to go. So getting the red one ready for Sammy for Kalamazoo. We're going to put Sammy Bingham in it up there.
I've seen that. I thought I kept looking at it. Sammy's going in the 48. Who's going in the other 48 this weekend?
Schlee will be in. Yeah, he'll be in the orange car, the orange 48.
Which one's Norm going to be in? I missed that part.
I don't know. I guess Sam and I are going to have to sit down and talk. I got
Sam
in it. I got Sam in it for 5 races, so that leaves a few open available shows.
You've got the tires taken care of now.
Yep, he'll buy 2 tires and
I see Ed's on there for 2. Well, hell, we're getting somewhere now.
I think everybody's waiting to hear that.
Now we just need some sheets of aluminum thrown in and
a frame and a motor.
Yeah,
and just touch base, William Muncie. We know that I mean, let's get realistic here for a second. Gas going out of sight, everything's going out of sight. And that's one of the things we looked at Sandusky Speedway coming into the season. This is why our purses for the Renegade Stock Series and North Coast Stock Series, what, Doug, 60% increase?
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was a 60% increase. And that isn't because, I go into this on our other show all the time. Dean Henry's over there. We're going to give pizza away tonight. His food costs have went up 30-40%. Our food costs have went up 30-40%. Our insurance costs everything went up. So it's not that we just wanted to be nice guys and hand out money. I mean, we know your circumstances, and we're feeling the same thing, and we're trying to make it, to where it's affordable. We know that guys can't afford to come race. You don't have no business. So we know, we've upped it. I think honestly, this purse that Will puts up on his regular shows, not the elevated purse, is a hell of a purse.
Do we have a regular show at $2,000?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's not the three we're talking about, but the purses you put up on your shows are unheard of unless you went over to another group that was running for years, still runs, but I mean, you're getting a lot of defectors coming over from that. They're seeing it's a better opportunity, I think. And,
from the laps to cash ratio, I mean, we are by far the best budgeting. I guess if you're looking for a series to race with that's on a budget, you're going to run 50 laps for $2,000 to win, as opposed to over 100 laps for maybe $3,000 to win. So
right, and profit to loss margin goes down running your series.
Correct,
and that's just point fact. So, William, although you're right in everything, this series that Will has and different tracks like Sandusky Net are trying to do stuff to offset that cost for the racer. And honestly, to come into Sandusky Speedway Saturday night at $15 ticket with CRS Trucks, you guys, and what you're about to see, that's a pretty cheap ticket. We're not going to, we got to make money too to pay you, and make a little money to keep going. But, with rising costs, that's a fair ticket for the show you're about to see. I mean, especially Billy bringing 14 to 18 trucks in.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring a box of Wiggins Construction T-shirts Saturday morning, and the first X amount of people through the front gate until we're out of Wiggins Construction shirts, we'll get them for free. For just getting there a little early. So I will have a box. I don't know. There's probably 30 to 50 T-shirts in there, large and extra larges. So it's one size fits most, but I will donate those to whoever's at the front gate. I'm sure they'll love it. They got to pass out T-shirts. Hope, is it still Hope? Is she going to kill me when I show up Saturday?
No.
Okay.
She'll kill me. So, well, we appreciate everything you do. Everything you do, we appreciate it. And
thank you, guys. I will also be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. If anybody that's interested in switching over tomorrow, we'll be live at 8 o'clock tomorrow night with some new updates. So,
Wheelman live at 8 tomorrow night, Hammer Down Racing at 7 Thursday, and Shady Bull Speedway at 8 o'clock on Thursday night. So
we got them all down.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Saturday.
Have a good night.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks.
Next up, he's been waiting patiently. Billy Strehle. We're going to bring Billy on from CRS Truck Series. Billy.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. What's happening? How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Just taking a break from work to talk to you guys.
Billy, I talked to you a couple times. You showed up at Anderson. You had, 14 trucks?
Yeah, we had 14 show up at Anderson. We had 19 listed. Unfortunately, a few didn't make it, but we started off the year with 14.
And that's good. I mean, you got to be pretty proud. I mean, you've been busting your ass for some years now, and finally, hopefully, everything's coming to fruition. And it's kind of strange. It's coming to fruition on an inflation year. But, we talked earlier today. You're looking at what? How many did you say? 18?
15 to 18. I mean, if everybody gets ready, we might hit the 20 mark. But realistically, I say 15 to 18.
Billy, I tell you what, we hit 15, that'd be a good race. That'll be a hell of a race, and we appreciate everything you do. You've been around Sandusky Speedway with your series for a few years now, and what are you looking forward to coming in this weekend?
Just like we said, just showing up with a better field of trucks. 'Cause every time we went there, even with some 8-10 trucks, we've always put on a really good show. The fans seem to like it, so I'm excited to see what a full field of 15 or 20 trucks will do. And I think it's gonna be one heck of a show, along with the Wheelman series. I know they're expecting 20 plus there, so it should be a great weekend of racing out at Sandusky.
Any sponsors you want to thank, Billy?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of sponsors. First off, I'd like to thank Lisa Summers from Growing Wings Adult Services, and then Coyote Entertainment, which is my own business, sponsors second and third place. I'd like to thank Mike and Ashley from Diamond Jar Trucking. Also, Hated Media, and that's Mike and Ashley's son, AJ. Also, I'd like to thank Dan McKay from RV Parts Express, Dan Huff from EPO Realty. I'd like to thank Redline Radio and Media. I'd like to thank John Wyatt from Wyatt Lawn Care. We also have a Ride with Valor on board this year. And Incredible Keepsakes, which they're the ones actually doing our merchandise this year and sponsoring the series. We got some great new merchandise out this year. We really upped the game, and going with Mike from Incredible Keepsakes was a great deal. He upped our game in merchandise.
What kind of? Hey, you're right. You're right with Valor. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yes, sir. Ride with Valor. What is for anybody that knows me knows that I'm heavy into supporting military. My father was in the Army. A lot of my family was military, but I'm very heavy with supporting the military because without them, we wouldn't have the freedoms we do. People stay home and complain and about things here and there, but if you sit and think what our military goes through, they don't. They're out there protecting our freedoms while their freedoms are limited where they're at. So for what they do is, and many of them come back and they have either physical, mental, a lot of different problems. So we always support some sort of military faction. We've supported, like last year, we always have a race called the MAC 50, and we donate, usually it's 3,000 or more to a military somebody supports military and veterans. Ride with Valor is a local company that supports our veterans, and they do things like every year they build a house, they rehab a house and donate that house to a veteran in need. They help Cleveland veterans at the VA all the time, taking them, things like socks and, games to play while they're in there, coats, just things that, you wouldn't think people are hurting for, but they do a great job. And what it is a bunch of guys that got together. Originally, they rode bikes together, and that's where the Ride with Valor comes, because they would ride to support our veterans, and then they organized this group just to help out Cleveland and all Ohio veterans.
I knew what the group was. I wanted him to explain it, Doug.
Right. Yep.
And I think that's a great thing. We're big on veterans and the military ourselves. So, Billy, what do you expect this weekend? Good weekend? You're driving, aren't you?
No, I'm going to be doing what I normally do behind the scenes. I'm hopefully going to have all my trucks there. Unfortunately, I was able to get one of my trucks out to Anderson, and I had Brad Junker drove it. Brandon Limerick actually hollered at to look really good in the truck. But hopefully the other two are going to be going. And that truck is going to be Joe Markowski. For you old timers out there, you might remember a guy named Jan Markowski from the old Cloverleaf days. Joe is Jan's son. He joined the series this year, and he'll be in. He's running one of the trucks for me, and it'll be the number 15 this weekend. Then my other two trucks are hopefully going to be ready. If they're ready, we're going to have 43 of Jason Wells will be in one of them, and we'll also have the old 65. I don't know if they got the number changed. It's going to be the 42. It's going to be driven by Bob Sybil Jr. Sometime, but he can't make it this weekend. So we got a couple different people we're looking at putting into it right now.
Brad Yonker. Holy crap. There's a name from the past, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has a race with our series, but I ran with him through the Arca Truck days a long time, and he's actually coming back full-time with us. He's going to be driving one of the Huff racing trucks, and he should be at Sandusky this weekend with it, too.
It'd be nice to see Brad. Boy, Jason Wells, that guy will drive anything, won't he, Doug?
Yeah.
He's another Tony Stewart, you know. I watch him drive go-karts on Sunday once, you know, he has.
Right.
You know, and you know, modified, super modified, now a truck. I mean, holy crap. But you know, all right, Billy, I appreciate your time, buddy. I'll see you this Saturday. I want to thank you. I want to tell you in front of God and everybody, because everybody thinks me and Billy fight all the time, that your hard work's paying off, and I really appreciate you sticking with it.
Well,
we don't fight all the time either. That's the funny part, you know.
No, we don't fight all the time, just when we're awake.
Yeah. So, yeah. Billy, thanks. I look forward to seeing you Saturday.
All right, looking forward to seeing you. I think it's going to be a great show. Fans, get out to Sandusky this weekend. You're going to miss a heck of a show if you're not there.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Billy. Yeah, Lindsay, you know, as long as Lindsay's been racing, this will be her first race ever at Sandusky Speedway.
Wow.
So she's looking forward to that, you know. But, well, Doug, there you go, people. The 2 series owners. I'm telling you, I look for a heck of a good car count in these 2 divisions, you know.
And with ours, it's growing.
Yeah, you know, well, I'm telling you, it's, you know, our North Coast Stock Series, unfortunately, you got people waiting on parts, Doug. A lot of people waiting on parts, and you know, we're one race, so, you know, I said last week, we're one race away from being in double digits and having some good racing, and I think that'll be this weekend. And the Renegade Stock Series, you know, we always got decent car count in that, and it's hell of a racing. You know, we go from green to checker though one week, and then last week I was pulling my hair out. It took us 20 minutes to get a lap in, and it didn't tear in a second. It just stupid stuff. They didn't tear nothing up, and you know, I got to give them guys credit. I mean, they're flying, and the clean racing that we've had, you know, in the first couple of races, I want to thank them guys. Same with the North Coast Stock Series. That, you know, knock on wood. Now watch Saturday be a hell night, but you know, and the same with trucks. You watch these guys race, you know, clean racing, good racing, and Ohio Wheelman Series. It's, you know, it's just good racing coming this Saturday. Pit gates open at 3, hot laps at 4, main gates will open at 4. Qualifying will be between, you know, right around 5:30. And racing will start at 7. So now we got some stuff to give away, Doug.
We do have that.
We tricked y'all. We made you wait. Okay, Dean Henry on tonight, watching us. We want to thank Big. Go ahead.
He also wants to give away 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs.
Oh, Dean does? Okay. So thanks, Dean. Big D's Pizza. The first thing we'll give away. You won't be disappointed. You win this pizza and go eat it. Great food over there. Large pizza, 2-item pizza, wasn't it? Large 2-item pizza and Pepsi product. Clyde, Ohio, Big D's Pizza. You can only win one time though.
Hashtag.
If you win the pizza, you got 2 weeks to redeem it.
Right. Hashtag Sandusky Speedway and Jim Barber. You got to put that all together.
All together. No space in between.
So we'll give you 30 seconds. What else are you giving away tonight?
We'll give 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 Pepsi products.
Free weed cleaning.
Sandusky Speedway. Then Dean Henry, Big D's Pizza. Giving away 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 Pepsi products. Thanks, Dean. Appreciate that. And we'll give Hour in the Tower People, I don't know if we're scaring you because we talked about this. Nobody's come up to collect that yet.
Well, people hear you outside the tower.
I'm scared.
Huh?
I'm scared. And my
Debbie, I'm scared. I'm married to you. We'll give away an hour in the tower. Tell you what, we're going to give flag dropper for CRS Truck Series, North Coast Stock Series, Renegade Stock Series, and Beginner Stock Series. And I'm going to let Will give the flag dropper for the Ohio Wheelman Series away on the show tomorrow night. So tune in to Ohio Wheelman Series Facebook Live tomorrow night. Leave at 8 o'clock, right, Doug?
Yep.
So.
All right, here we go. So this is for
what's that saying? No. What's that saying? No. Ed, you can throw the green whenever the hell you want, man. Just let me know.
Yeah, up in the tower. Just come up and wave it.
Yeah. Ed can come up to the tower. He'll leave the tower. So, all right, here's for Big D's Pizza.
Yeah, you could go over to Mark's side and just look in at us.
Yeah, lonely. Matt Toole. Big D's Pizza.
Okay.
There you go, Matt.
Just message them.
Big D's Pizza on Facebook. Yes.
Yep. All right, number 2.
Number 2. 2 tickets. 2 hot dogs, 2 Pepsi products from Big D's Pizza.
Okay. Chris
Kubicki.
What's he got to do?
He might be in the pits. I don't know. Chris, we'll talk to you here in a second. 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 Pepsi products from Sandusky Speedway.
Jared almost won that. Jeff Piper. He should be driving, hopefully.
Hopefully he's going to be driving.
We can stick that in the car.
Yeah, run out on track. Here, Jeff.
You want this, remember?
Don't give them away. I just want the hot dogs and Mountain Dew.
Right.
Mountain Dew, man. All right, we'll go on. We'll decide what he wants to do. I don't know what he's doing, but
what's next?
Flag dropper. We call it the flag dropper. Ronnie cringes when we said that.
Yeah.
I see what Ed's saying no to. Ronnie. Yeah, right. Ed throws the green and I get to drive the pace car. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Flag dropper for the start of the CRS Truck Series race.
All right.
Don Franks.
Okay. And you guys have to kind of remind us.
Yeah, you know, when you get there, come up tower and let us know you won, and we'll have Ronnie come down and get you across the track to do that. So make sure you let us know, though. We'll get it taken care of so you get across. Once you go across, got to stay till the end of the feature and come back out.
I was going to say sometimes we forget, but every time we forget because just so much stuff goes on.
Yeah, you got to remind us. I mean, whoever wants to come up and sit, whoever wins the hour in the tower, you can see. I wish you'd come up and see what actually goes on behind the scenes, and then you'll understand. But okay, flag dropper for the North Coast Stock Series.
Coming up.
All right, Steve. Thank you.
Ron, do you think you'll be able to pull that off?
Ron.
It's not hard to do. It's not hard to do.
All right, we'll get that. We'll get that for you, Jeff.
All right, what do we want to do? Ron, do you want to?
You want to pick? I'll give Ron his choice. He can pick somebody or redraw.
That's for North Coast.
North Coast. So we'll move on to the Renegade and let him decide. Ron, I'm busy. Oh, sorry, Chris. You already won.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Wally World's closed. Steve said if he wins, look at that, Steve. You'd have never said if I win, redraw again. If you would have never said that, you wouldn't have won. Redraw again. We can't find someone to do the flag dropping for the Renegades. Sometimes that's actually exciting because they get Stephen come across the line 4 wide. John Young.
John Young. Are you going to be there, John?
I believe he might be at Oakshade.
All right, we'll go on and let us know. So beginner stocks.
Beginner stocks. Rerun it. Okay, we'll rerun that one too. John's like, I was in it for the pizza, Chris. Ed McKnight, you're gonna take it. Ed, you're gonna throw the foot green.
Yeah. All right, and back up to the
Renegades. Redraw the Renegades. Ronnie will have you pick a person out of the crowd for North Coast Stock Series.
All right. You can Matt
Najedli. Oh, there you go. They won a couple weeks ago too, I believe, for this.
Yeah, I think they win something every week.
Yeah, no kidding.
If we start giving away money, everybody will be rich.
Matt, you just put it in there. You put your name in there for me.
Right.
Anybody's last name Najedli, just put it in there for me.
All right, hour in the tower.
Hour in the tower.
And if you're scared, you can go over and sit by Mark.
Yeah, you can sit with Mark. You can sit with us. You can go over and spend an hour with Mark. Come over and spend an hour with us. That's fine too.
Or don't.
Mark says he gets lonely over there. Chris, you already won. I tell you what, you go to Hollywood Casino tonight.
Yeah, tonight's the night.
Or up to Cleveland. She'll be racing.
Hour and a half. Yep. All right. One more time here. Dean Henry says if we start giving away money, he's going to then jump in.
John Franks, he already won. I tell you what, stop right there. Oh, never mind. Don't redraw after this one if it's All right, stop there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a fan out.
And say you are going to the tower.
I'll have Mark and we'll work it and we'll get a fan and bring him up to the tower for an hour. How's that, Doug?
And you will sit there and you will like it. Hey, Choppy, you might be one that gets picked.
Yeah.
Then you'll see what it's really like.
Yeah, you'd think it was Chris. I don't know. You bet Choppy, go grab him and go up to Northfield. So he's probably in Richie DeWitt's probably calling him right now. If you ain't racing, you're going to my pit Saturday night. So other than that, Doug, you got anything?
No, I think I have to agree. This is going to be quite the week for you. Mm-hmm.
It's
he's going to find a sheet somewhere.
I will run the tower. Oh boy. Come on up, Norm. You know what, Norm? If you're coming out, I'm sure you're racing somewhere, but if you don't, you come out. You know what? Come up and sit with me for a little while.
Yeah. Make friends. All right, Choppy's going to drop the flag.
Me and Norm got a love-hate relationship. We love each other, but we also love to bitch at each other. How's that? All right, Dean, I'll call you after the show. So, other than that, Doug, I think oh, here we go. Can be no worse than the other guy. Norm. Huh?
Who's testing?
I have no idea. I don't do the testing. Oh, yeah, look at that. Night, Jimmy Barber. Thanks for watching. Other than that, Doug, I'm done. How about you?
I am done. Yep.
All right, people. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you Saturday night. It's going to be a good race.
You can
be a
hope.
good race night.
You can hope all you want.
Look at Norm. No smoking in the tower. Okay, Norm.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might as well not. I know the trick. When Norm comes up to yell at me whenever he's there, I'll just start smoking like I do on here.
The tower smokes by itself.
Yeah. I turn around, open the door, and blow smoke. You want something, Norm? All right, people. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you Saturday night. Listen, if you're not around Sandusky or you're not coming, support your local short tracks. You know, these last 3 years have been a bitch, like I said before. They need you now more than ever. It's easy to sit on a computer and, you know, in my opinion, for people going on a computer and criticize short track racing of any kind, when they're sitting at home on Saturday night, they have no right to bitch. People that go to short track racing every Saturday night, and got a right to voice their opinions once in a while, Doug, in my opinion. But when you don't support your local short tracks, and all of a sudden they start disappearing because of it, don't be the one bitching that they're gone, because you were part of the problem on why they were gone. Right. So remember that. So support local short track racing. They need it now more than ever. If you're not coming to Sandusky, go somewhere and watch a race. At your local dirt track, asphalt, I don't care. Go support us short track. Other than that, anything?
Nope.
All right. Thanks a lot, people. No, Kyle, you wasn't here. Have a good night. God bless America. God bless all you.
See ya.
Bye.